Hello fellow lightworkers, brothers and sisters. I'm here to give you guys a October 3rd New Age news report. So I'm going to give you guys a rundown of the Mayan astrology and how it corresponds with the planetary perspectives of what's going on in our solar system or our star system. And I'm also going to touch on some of the recent channel messages that have been released today that are congruent with the message that Greg Giles was talking about, and we'll get into that. So first off, let's start off with some astrology. I've been studying Mayan astrology, and through this book, which is the Star Traveler's 13 Moon Almanac, it's backwards, synchronicity, but it's based on the solar seals, 20 solar seals and 13 moons, and today is a Galactic Tone 11, and that represents our spectral chamber. Our guide kin is a yellow star, which is the reflection of today's kin. Solar seal, which is the yellow star, which represents elegance, and the planet Venus, and the solar plexus. On our left, we have our challenging and strengthening aspect, which is the mirror, and that means meditation and reflection. And then on the right, we have the blue monkey, and he represents magic and the outbreath of Venus. And underneath of us, we have our hidden power, which is the Skywalker, the red Skywalker, and Skywalker represents wakefulness and prophecy. Today is a yellow spectral star day. It is part of the blue western castle of burning, and the Signal Earth family, and the Red Blood clan. So these are different classifications of different families and clans this solar seal in particular belongs to. The beautiful mantra for today is, I dissolve in order to beautify. Releasing art, I seal the store of elegance with the spectral tone of liberation. I am guided by my own power, double. So what's interesting about today being a yellow star is that the yellow star is the galactic karmic in-breath of Venus, and the blue monkey is the out-breath from the sun. And the monkey is our support for today. If you can see it right here, you can see the galactic in-breath, and we got the coming in from the galaxy, coming in through each of the planets, and each planet has its own seal, and then it goes in through the sun, and then that's the out-breath. And those are both of our kin today in our oracle readout, which is the readout I just showed you, where we have the monkey as the support. We also have the mirror, which is challenging and strengthening us. And what's interesting about that is reflection and meditation. Well, today Venus, the star, went into opposition with Neptune, mirroring it. And it turns out that this gives the effect of us re-examining our motivations and having to remember to consider our own needs before giving ourselves completely to everything else, because we have to consider our own needs and motivations for what we're doing. So that's what our challenge and our strength is in Mayan astrology, and what's happening with Venus opposing Neptune. And also, Venus has entered Virgo today. So the Skywalker is our hidden power today. And the Skywalker represents wakefulness and prophecy, right? And the Virgo, when Venus enters Virgo, it changes something in us to choose realism over illusion. So we're going towards the stage of waking up, more people waking up. And this is reflected through Mayan astrology and through the planets in our star system. And now on to channeled messages. Today, posted by SaluSa, which is channeled by Mick Quinsey, SaluSa from Sirius. The message has noted Barack Obama towards the end, and it kind of raised my eyebrow a lot, especially since Greg Giles just said that other channels will begin to say certain things that aren't congruent in order to test us. and that his channel did that in order to test us, and that it will keep doing it to other channels in order for the human race to remember that we are the ones that have the power within ourselves, and that we are connected to Source, and that we can connect to Source, and that we don't need a middleman. We do have our guides, and that's wonderful to be close with our guides, but to be able to know when our minds are actually being infiltrated by something that's not our guides. When do we know the difference? When do we know when it's something that is not beneficial for our growth and development? Well, it's when they start talking about politics, pretty much, because right here, SaluSa talks at the first part of the message is very uplifting. You know, the rich and powerful have held you back to maintain their own position in society. When the wealth is redistributed, you will see there's been enough in the world for everyone to live a life of plenty. And I agree with that. And that is definitely truth. And then it starts to get a little fishy when it says, we do not have the opportunity, or we do want to have the opportunity to come to Earth, as our technology will enable communication to upgrade. So, they're starting to say that, you know, SaluSa from Sirius, we do want to have the opportunity to come to Earth. Aren't they here? Like, did I miss something? Like, aren't they already here and helping us, but in another dimension? Why do they want or desire these higher dimensional beings to have the opportunity to come to Earth when they have millennia ago and they are still here in alternate realities? It's not matching up. And then here's the doozy. I quote at the about second paragraph up, I think, from his message on October 3rd. We have consistently informed you that as a highly spiritual being, Barack Obama was destined to win the presidential election. And then it goes on to say, we can wait until afterwards to involve ourselves in disclosure. And they're referring to after Barack Obama is reelected as president. Now, I don't quite agree with a higher dimensional life form taking a side in our presidential election. Not only are Barack Obama and Mitt Romney probably, you know, getting it on in the back room, like, seriously, you guys, they're working for the same guy. Like, they're all sold out. Like, I really highly doubt that after these 4 years, like, if you look at pictures of a Barack Obama now, like, dude, that guy is as brainwashed as Greg Giles was. Like, wake up, people. Like, this is exactly what Greg Giles was warning us about. And we need to be able to see and smell the part of these channel messages that aren't lining up. And we need to call it out. And also focus on the channel messages that are true. So in Michael's message on October 1st, he goes on to say, again, today you are seeing reports that are meant to alarm you in all kinds of ways. We are very glad to see that most of you are seeing past the intended alarm to the promise of change that they truly portend. And once again, we tell you to enjoy the brief respite and still incoming flow as things get ready for your next great wave, the 1010 portal opening which approaches. I'm guessing that means October 10th. And then he says, you will begin feeling that soon. Our task is not to explain all of these things for you, dear ones. There are many very good sources available to you if you look for them. Our task is simply to point you toward the internal feelings. We again say that the important things about this time are what's happening inside of you, not what you read outside. Those things will be what they will be regardless. They are but reflections of what you are becoming. Michael's message is accurate and congruent with the message my guides have been telling me, which is to look within, and that within we'll find all the answers we'll ever need. This has been New Age News, and I hope you guys enjoyed it. My name's Dominique. Catch you on the flip side. Later.